Hey Capricorn, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name's Erica. Welcome to the channel. So this is your mid-month December 2016, if I could talk, mid-month December 2016 video where I'm going to pull you a total of 6 tarot cards and a total of 3 oracle cards, one from 3 separate decks. The first will be the Healing and Meditation Oracle deck that y'all are familiar with. The second is going to be from a new deck that I just got in the mail today. I'm so excited to share it with y'all. The Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. And the final deck that I'm going to pull a card from is the Ever Faithful Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison. So, without further ado, my Capricorn friends, let me get some shuffles going. I've shuffled off camera, meditating and asking for the general messages for my Capricorn viewers and friends. I'm going to take this time to remind you that if this reading does not resonate for you, then I will invite you to check out your moon or rising sign videos for resonant messages there, because you are more than just a Capricorn, dear love. I'm going to do one more shuffle, and I'm going to cut for you. Alright, I'm going to take the bottom card to represent the underlying theme or the overarching energy. The first card represents the present, the second represents the past, the third represents the obstacles at hand or at play, the fourth represents the help at hand or on the way, and the fifth card represents the possible outcome. Now for the Healing and Meditation Oracle cards. For my Capricorn friends. Alright, gonna cut. Take the top card. Now from the Sage Goddess Oracle deck. Capricorn, mid-December. Alright, I'm going to cut this deck. Take the top card from that. And finally, the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison. Going to cut. Pull the top card from that. Okay, y'all. Now what I'm going to do is take a pause for the cause, flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and I'll be right back with your story. Hang tight, Cap. Hey, Capricorn, I've got your cards ready, so let's get to it. The underlying theme or overarching energy for this mid-month December video for you is the 8th card of the Major Arcana, which is strength. The 8 represents the Scorpio-ruled house of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It also covers other people's money, instincts, be them primal, basic, or human. It covers sexuality. It covers transformation, metamorphosis, and regeneration. This infinity sign above her head definitely speaks to the Scorpio representation in the 8 numerology for me, in the 8th house numerology. Now, this card is a major arcana card, represents Leo because of this lion right here. Now, the sun is Leo's ruling luminary, and the sun right now is in Sagittarius. That's your 12th house. The 12th house speaks to karma, limitations, repression, self-undoing. It also speaks to secrets, secret enemies, secrets that you keep from yourself, and secrets kept in general. Whenever I see this card in a private reading for myself or somebody very close to me, I see this as I see this, or I hear in the back of my head, have the strength to keep your damn mouth shut. Because she's literally extreme close-up fighting with this lion's mouth to keep it shut. So that's the underlying theme or the overarching energy for this reading. Now, the first card that represents the present for you. Sorry, let me get my notes. It is Judgment, another major arcana card. This is the 20th card of the major arcana. 2 plus 0 is 2, and that speaks to the Taurus ruled house of your values and possessions, your money, and your earning ability. Anything that you could point to or classify as mine would probably qualify. Jupiter represents the planet Pluto. I'm not sure where Pluto... Well, no, I'm lying. Pluto's in Capricorn right now. That's your first house. You got a lot of first house energy going on, too. You could be feeling very judged. Because, I mean, this card represents an evaluation, a summing up. It's the tying of loose ends. It's the card of rapture. I mean, it's the roll being called, and thinking of the Christian hymn. You could be dealing with grief from someone passing, and that's where the strength is coming in. But I see this as something that has already occurred. I don't see this as something that has happened very, very recently. You could be thinking about it, though, because of the holidays. You could be assessing your life with... You could be looking back and comparing last year's Christmas to this year's Christmas and how different it is. And that's what this kind of looks like, spread-wise. Now, the second card that I pulled for you represents the past, and this is dealing with heartache. This is the 3 of Swords, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's heartache. The swords represent air signs. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So it could be involving someone of those signs, or it could be involving people with those signs. This could be a decision between 3 different options, or it could be a decision in love between 3 people, like a love triangle. I also see this as a grief card, or just a broken-hearted card. The 3 speaks to the Gemini ruled house of communication, short distance journeys, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. It's your neighborhood as well. It's the people who are on your same level, if you will. But yeah, this was in the past, this grief, this heartache. It could be recent past, it could be, distant, up to a year ago, like I said. I really see it as looking at your life and reassessing it and seeing how different it was from this time compared to last year. Now, the third card that I pulled for you, well, one more thing. the clouds in the background remind me to tell you that it is a situation where there is silver lining, but you have to dig for it. You've got the tools apparent and ready, but you will have to put effort into finding the silver lining and healing from the situation. Okay, now the third card represents the possible obstacle at hand or in the way. This is another major arcana card. You've got 3 major arcana out of a 6 card spread, so you know, it could feel like things are up in the air, and it may be like for half of you, it may be something that you're able to be proactive about, but for the other half of you, you're reacting to it. The Emperor is the 4th card in the major arcana. The 4 represents the Cancer ruled house of home and family, or roots and foundation. Now, family is who you share your home with, like your parents or people you consider to be parents. It also covers your spouse and or your partner. It covers your fur babies and your children. It also covers your roommates or your housemates. The Emperor as a major arcana card represents the zodiac sign of Aries, and that's where Uranus is right now. And Uranus is actually in Aries in your 4th house. Oh, wow. Okay. The obstacle is that you could be dealing with somebody who isn't taking responsibility for their part in a situation and left you to clean up the mess. This card represents an Aries, but I see this as being a fire sign because of the red, like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And there's wands to back up that fire sign indicator. Yeah, with Aries being host to Uranus in the 4th house, you could have been dealing with shocks and surprises, possibly with the father or father energy, masculine, older energy. Like if it's not your dad or your grandfather, maybe an uncle or an older cousin or something like that. That was the obstacle. Now, the 4th card represents the possible help at hand. And this is the King of Wands. This is a mature fire sign. And this could be their sun, their moon, or their rising. That would be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The King of Wands is courageous and brave. He's also ready to defend, eager to fight if need be, eager to do whatever he chooses. And sometimes he doesn't do a whole lot of thinking about it. He just kind of jumps in. The help could be someone who is like a fire sign friend who is helping you through this process or this situation at hand where there has been grief and you're going through it, trying to tie up the loose ends and evaluate what has been handled and what needs to be handled. And this fire sign friend has been a real help for you. It can be a male, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a female that is just acts really dudeish, and I'm one of those females that could qualify. I've got an Aries sun, and I'm not exactly the most ladylike of individuals, but yeah. I also see this King of Wands as a very phallic card because of the wood in hand, if you will. Now, the 5th card that I pulled is representative of the possible probable outcome. This is the 6 of Wands, and I really like this card for you in the outcome because it's the riding away on your high horse in victory. This is a celebration parade. the ticker tape parade, if you will. The wands represent fire sign energy. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I feel like there is a lot of fire sign energy around you. I feel like that's really going to be of a help to you. Lean on your fire sign friends. The 6 represents the 6th house on the astrological wheel, which is ruled by Virgo, and that's the house of work and health, or the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It's also your day-to-day to-do list. It's the daily grind. It's the daily chores. Now, you're having the full moon at 22 degrees of Gemini in your 6th house. So it could be that you're dealing with a situation in work or health. And this could involve mental health as well. It could be that you're finally getting to say what you need to say to someone. But I see this as the 6th house full moon energy, where you're getting to sorry about that. Lots of different sounding vehicles come and go through all different hours of the day and night here. So yeah. Anyways, the 6 of Wands, victory, riding off on your high horse, and riding off into the sunset. It's the ending of a, looks like a pretty painful chapter, honestly. I did the tarot math here, and it totaled to 41. 4 plus 1 is 5, and that speaks to the Leo-ruled house of creation. It's the house of love and romance. It's the house of where you have skin in the game. It's your social life and your pleasure. It's your creations. It's your creative ability. It's creative pursuits. It's your artistic endeavors. The things that you do to just craft because you like to do it, but also the things that you do because you're possibly so good at it that you could sell your services. So yeah. Let's move on. I pulled for you a Healing and Meditation Oracle deck card, and the card that I drew was Silence for you. This indicates to me that you could really, you could learn a lot and hear a lot and absorb a lot of knowledge if you just sit in silence and listen. Whenever I see this card, I also think I hear the song Silence by Sarah McLachlan and Delirium. It's a beautiful song. I listen to it when I do yoga and very, very softly when I meditate. Silence truly is golden. That's not just a song. That's not just a slogan at the movie theaters. It truly is. You can learn so much just through silence. I was reading an article. Of course, I don't have any of the information to link or give credit to, but I honor the author and I honor the practice, where it's a tribal practice of healing trauma through silence. And like meditation, asking yourself questions and reflecting in the introspection. It could be beneficial especially if you are dealing with the loss of an individual. You may receive contact from them, which would be very special, but the only way that you can get that kind of contact is by truly centering yourself and silencing your brain and your nerves and just being receptive. The Silence card reads, amid the clamor of the modern world, silence offers great therapeutic value. Finding and appreciating silence will help you to banish painful thoughts or emotions. So if you wake up in the middle of the night worrying about a problem, turn your attention instead to the quiet darkness around you, or relish an experience by living it silently, giving it your full attention. Consider the following. I will cultivate silence for its peace. I will connect with the silence. I will let silence block out bad thoughts of mine. Silence will help me to let go of painful thoughts and emotions. I also think tree pose when I see this because of the tree. Now, this Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card that I pulled for you is Orange Calcite. And it has just pictures of the gemstones that are represented in what I'm about to read to you. This concerns creativity, the 5th house, which is what this tarot spread added up to. Creativity, sexuality, and psychic ability. It also covers the sacral chakra. Orange calcite magnetizes energy around your creative center and draws high vibrations towards you. It ignites sensual passions. You have pulled this card because you need to tap into the universe's well of energy to manifest your greatest desires. Meditate with orange calcite to boost your sex drive and to increase your psychic abilities. Use it to access deep manifestation energy. Orange calcite. The sacral chakra. Now finally, the final card that I pulled for you is Beyond. It's from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. And Sacred Rebels Sacral Chakra. Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. This is the 21st card of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. Two plus one is 3, and that speaks to the Gemini ruled house. A lot of synchronicity in this reading. That full moon in Gemini speaks to this, once again, Gemini ruled house of short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors, and the people in your neighborhood around you. It also covers communication. That's how you speak to others, how others interpret you. It's also your commute, how you get from point A to point B, and the vehicle that you use to get there. It also covers your communication devices. This card represents it acknowledges that you are undergoing a time of adjustment from one way of being to a completely different other way. But you are exactly where you should be at this time. And understand that the growth principle dictates that you won't be the same individual that you are now. That you'll be that way for the rest of your existence. We should constantly be growing. That should be the goal. Constant growth. It's an invitation to be open to other ways of doing and seeing things. And it's also an acknowledgement that you already know deep within you the choice, decision, or the steps that you need to take. Whatever question it is that you are asking of this reading, deep within you already know which way to go. So, Capricorn, that's what I see for the mid-month December 2016 reading for you. I can't believe we're almost at 2017. I've got 10 videos left to shoot before I can start working on the 2017 videos, and I hope that I can get that done before Mercury goes into retrograde. Send me some positive energy on that. I'm sending you bright holiday blessings to you and yours. I hope that you're well, Capricorn. Take care of yourself. Employ your self-care measures. Be sure to be kind to yourself and save some kindness, because we're all going through very private things in our own lives that some of us may never speak about to another soul. I hope to see you for the 2017 videos. Take care of yourself, Capricorn. Bye.